Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Man United 5, Bournemouth 2, and fluid football, Ollie ball, in absolute, its purest wonder and beauty to behold going forward. Of course, a few defensive mistakes at the back, but you can always forgive your team that, I think, when it comes to playing that brilliant, absolutely majestic performance from Man United. Mason Greenwood, take a bow. Anthony Martial, the goal was sublime. Rashford, some of the passing was brilliant. And Bruno Fernandes, another hat-trick of goal contributions for him. That he's played 8.9. So let's say 9 games he's played in total now for minutes played as a Man United player. And he has 12 goal contributions, over 100%. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he is the very best attacking midfield player in the world. And let us not forget Pogs. Let us not forget Paul Pogba sitting there in that deeper role, doing for United what he does for France, able to dominate a midfield, how Souness has wanted him to do for 3 or 4 years, because he now has the quality in front of him where we're not going, what's Pogba? I didn't even once check what Pogba done creative-wise today until about the 80th minute, because I don't need to, because we have that in front of him. Another dominant performance from our best player, Paul Pogba. Overall, brilliant from Man United. Hit the like button, share button, retweet button. We're going to jump straight into the fan cams right about now. Neeks in the house. United 5, Bournemouth 2. Give me your feelings right now, mate.
Listen. Mason Greenwood. That's all I can say. Mason Greenwood. Listen, this boy is something else. This boy is special. And you know, a lot of fans talk about their young players, generational. He is a generational talent. And this season, he's shown that he can do it. It's not just about talent anymore. He's got the ability to do it at this level. I'm not sure. I think he must have about 15 goals in all competition in the season, to go with obviously Martial getting 20, Rashford getting 20 in all comps. And to think, at the start of the season, when Solskjaer got rid of Sanchez, got rid of Lukaku, the question was, where's the goals going to come from? Who's going to get the goals? I believe that Rashford and Martial could do it. To have Mason add to what they've given us, listen, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It wasn't a perfect performance. 5 goals is always brilliant. And I predicted 5-0. So I got the 5, but the 0 didn't come because defensively, we were shocking. And I think it's a lot to do with complacency. I think we went into the game, obviously 15 unbeaten, 3 wins in a row in all comps. We've looked very good. A lot of the praise they're getting, I'm sure they're not, they know the praise they're getting in social media and the media in general. And Bournemouth have been getting tonked left, right, and centre. Got battered by Newcastle, etc. I think they went into this game very complacent, and a few individual errors cost us what should have been really another clean sheet, because Bournemouth are not a good side. But going forward, breathtaking, man. And as you said, Bruno Fernandes, like every game, it's like he does something. He pulls another ball from his cap. The free kick, brilliant. Gets two assists to go with it. The guy's something else. And that attacking forward line, and I'm going to include Pogba in that. Is there a better one in the Premier League right now? Is there a better one in the Premier League? That is the question.
Not right now. Right now, on form, no, there just isn't. And it's the dominance in midfield. And even the near misses attacking wise today. Rashford giving us offside for his goal, and he was by millimeters. That would have been another assist for AWB as an example. Yeah. And then at the end, there was 3 or 4 really good saves from the Bournemouth goal.
Igalo should have scored, but good chance there for him. Listen, we could have so many.
Oh, we could have done. And I agree with what you said as well. I now hope that the Ollie rips in. I mean, Bailly's handball was just stupidity, because he actually played outside from that, and that's the annoying thing about both him and Maguire's performances today. Outside of both their mistakes, they were flawless. And
I'm not going to 100% agree with that. I wasn't granted, the mistakes probably caused the anxiety for me, but I wasn't very confident in the defense for the whole first half, especially up until the point of Bournemouth getting the second goal. I think the midfield allowed a lot of attacks to kind of bypass them. We weren't getting getting our foot on the ball and really controlling the game, I think, in the first half as we should have. And outside of even the mistakes for the goal, like Maguire and De Gea got into an absolute mess for, I think it was a bad pass from De Gea, and then Maguire didn't clear it properly. It was messy at the back, I'm not going to lie. So when it went to 3-2, and then we nearly conceded again, it was offside, I wasn't too confident, but, you know, we showed the attacking prowess that we had up front. But even on the bite, tell me, was it handball? Did it hit his hand?
If I'm being honest, I'm going to say yes. It didn't hit his hand. You could see a lot of the ball on his bicep. And for me, it was just like, it was a bad pass. It
was a bad pass.
Let it go past you for how many corners are scored compared to penalty scored? It's just stupid. But Nick, bro, I appreciate you coming on, mate, and having your say. We'll chat to you again soon, mate. Take care, my man.
Yes.
JV in the house, Aaron in the house. What's going on, boys? What's going on, boys? Literally, you guys said 4, I said 6. We'll ignore the 2 goals conceded for a second. Avengers slapped it. Aaron, I want to come to you first, mate. Give me your opinions and views on how that game went.
Yo, this game was a complete roller coaster. We went from scoring goals to conceding more goals. And then you're like, oh my God, we're back to the old United. But then, do you know what I mean? This game emotions were up and down in this game, innit? But you know what? Despite the stupid mistakes we've made in conceding those 2 goals, I think that was a brilliant performance, man. I can't even, like, I'm struggling today. I'm struggling. It's one of them where I'm struggling to choose a man of the match, innit? Like, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. I don't know who to pick because literally everyone was just on smoke today. Mason Greenwood.
Jeez.
What is there that this guy cannot do? Left foot, he does it. Right foot, he does it. I'm sure he can score headers as well. Like, the guy can just do it all. And it's just, whenever he's got the ball in the box, whenever the ball falls to him, you just know it's either on target or it's a goal. Like, the kid is old finisher. That Martial goal, Terry. This Martial goal was disrespectful. Like, I don't know if people understand the levels of disrespect this goal has. This Martial goal, like, it's unreal. Like I said it, we don't even have to look at other teams right now. All we have to do is focus on ourselves and make sure that we win our games. We won today. We need to win against Villa on Thursday. They're in for a beating as well, and then we take Grealish off them. Do you know what I mean? But listen, man, I can't even. Bruno's free kick. Oh my! I even forgot about Bruno.
I know.
Free kick. Like, there's so many positives today, and I know we're getting gassed. But what are we supposed to do? Like, you can only beat what's in front of you. Do you know what I mean? So listen, man, I'm gassed today. I'm proper gassed. Today was perfect.
JV, from your point of view, mate, I mean, I echo everything that Aaron has just said, but 5 goals, the attacking line is looking majestic. The Ollie ball, the fluid football is there, bro.
It's there, bro. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to bite my tongue a bit. I've been on the guy for the tactics and that, yeah, but I am starting to see something. I don't know if it's him or if it's the players, but I'm starting to see something. See how I just took it back from him there. But whoever's doing it, whether it's the players or it's Ollie, I can confidently say for the first time in years, we're playing the best football in the Prem right now. We are playing the best
facts
in the Prem right now. Show me who's the only team you can bring to that argument at the moment is City. Do you get what I'm saying? We're playing the best football in the Prem right now. Today, Luke Shaw finally looked like he did some training the day before, the week before. That run where he almost scored at the end from that Pogba pass. Wow.
Oh, mate, the goalkeeper, whose name eludes me from Bournemouth, Ramsdale.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, he must have, I haven't even checked. I'm going to look at the statistics now as we speak. I think they must be on for saves, right? He pulled off 5 saves in that game, right? Four of them came in the last 10 minutes. He literally stopped his team from losing 8-9-0.
Yeah.
He literally stopped it in the last 10 minutes of that game. It was that good. And when I was watching United, it was like just before the substitutions, it was the same afterwards, but you would see Bruno be on the left, right? And then you see 4 or 5 passes happen. Rashford had underlap, someone had underlap. And then the next time Bruno touched the ball, he's on the right-hand side of the pitch. And it's like that fluidity. But then there was, and this is how you know it's a system and a tactic, because then the ball gets switched to the left. And I'm like, hang on, Rashford was in the middle though. Oh, look who's now got the ball. It's Martial. He's dropped out. As soon as someone comes inside, they switch. That shows great tactics. Yes, great ability, but then the team are working together. It isn't a case of, well, I'm not going out. I can't be bothered to go out to the left now that Rashford's in here. And that provides one word that begins with B that makes you dangerous in football, and that's balance. Yes. And we have that balance now in our attack, and it's beautiful. And yeah, there were some mistakes at the back, and they annoyed me because it feels like a masterpiece was kind of smudged. But if we make a mistake like that every game, but respond in the way we did, I don't care. I don't care. And elite mentality as well. To respond the way we did, to come back the way we did. 6 months ago, we're losing that game. We died death. So I was so impressed. Boys, I'm going to go to you one by one. JV, who's your man of the match?
My man of the match has to be Greenwood. Mason Van Greenwood.
Aaron, how about yourself, mate?
Gunman, Greenwood. Come on.
There we go.
You already know.
Boys, I appreciate you both coming on. We'll chat to you both soon. Take care. Thank you.
Yes.
We've got Bryant. We've got Cameron. Boys from North America in the house. That shades are on, glasses are on. And we're at least bald. So it's all good. Look at the smiles on the faces. Brian, I'm going to come to you first, mate. Give me overarching thoughts on the game. Who stood out to you? Let's talk volleyball.
Yeah, man, there's an identity in the team again. There's an identity in the team. There's tactics, there's balance. Everything is there. I think that was the first time that United scored 5 since Ollie's first game in charge at Cardiff. I think that was the first time that United scored 5 in the Premier League. Since then, there's something to be said about the quality of this team right now. I mean, Martial and Rashford are both on 20 goals in all competitions, and both are on 15 goals in the Premier League. I think Mason Greenwood's got 15 goals in all competitions. I think 8 in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes keeps going from strength to strength. I'm waiting for the guy to drop an egg of a performance, but it doesn't seem like he's going to. He just continues to push and to push and to push and to show his qualities. Everything is great, and I don't, I'm not too upset about the 2 goals conceded when I know that the team is capable of scoring 5. For the first time in a long time, I feel like this Manchester United team has levels to reach. They have gears to go up in games that can put teams under pressure, where previously I felt like the team had to play at their absolute best just to stay in games or beat teams like Bournemouth. And when we talk about how Manchester United have done over the course of the season, they've done well against the bigger sides, but no one was questioning their prowess or their tactical abilities or their abilities to play to their strengths against bigger teams and to give them the ball. The question marks have always been against teams like Bournemouth, teams like Crystal Palace, teams like Southampton. Can we beat those teams? Can we break them down and put goals past them? And the answer right now is absolutely yes. There's nothing this team can't do.
Brian, I completely agree. Cam, from your point of view, I just want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and you echo what Bryant says. I mean, how impressed are you with Man United and Ollie Ball?
So you already know I sent you that article about Ollie Ball a bit ago, and Ollie has completely, I think, changed the narrative. And not just him, one man, and I'm with you on this now, the best central attacking midfielder in the world, Bruno Fernandes. Right now, there's no question about it. When you look at what he has brought, Ollie needed that player who was going to come and just make things happen, be a leader, take command. Because realistically, if you look what he's doing, like I was looking at a few key things, never mind the goals and the assists and all that. He's been 88th minute, Bruno's running around directing people, telling them where to be on the pitch, giving Pogba the free kick, giving Rashford that ball right there for the penalty. That's a leader. That's a man who did it. He does everything. He's not just on the pitch doing, like, we talk about Pogba, he's so special, but he never had that like extra bit of leadership that can lift a team up. He's one of those guys who, like, when he had a Zlatan beside him or he has another leader beside him, he elevates. He then comes into that role. It's almost like he's a really good sidekick in that sense. Bruno comes in, and now you're looking at the best central midfield pairing in the world with Bruno and Pogba potentially moving forward. And I'm going to say potentially because they got to play more games together. But if we just go off of right now what's happening, if we were to bought Bruno at the start of the year, Bruno Fernandes would have been the player of the year. Plain and simple. Like, if you just extrapolate over the games right now, just simple math. So when you look at the intricacy of what's going on with our play, and Ollie always saying, listen, I need the players, and like, he never threw his players on the bus. He always kind of subtly was, I love my players, like my players here, but we got to get more creative. He got the players. It's time to back the gaffer. Everybody he wants to sign him, because it's up and away now. This is it. We're coming next year. Next year we're back. Plain and simple. We're back. 5 goals. We let in a second goal, 2 stupid errors, but we're back. Plain and simple.
On your first thing, the Bruno Fernandes being the best, it's what I've been talking about the whole time. I get why people go, oh, no way, KDB. KDB's amazing. Bruno Fernandes, as I've said already, in terms of total appearances in the Premier League, it's 9. But he's walking in there with 11 goal contributions. If you add up the amount of minutes that he's played, it equates to 8 games, right? It's about 8 games, 8 and a bit games that he's played if you add the minutes up, because of course he's been taken off, especially with the early returns. And he's rolling in there with 11 goal contributions. And I said this months ago, and I stand by it. He's going to be in the 90%. And that doesn't even include secondary assists, which I think are important because that cutting edge pass that opens the team up. That's just purely goals he creates and goals that he scores. And I can see the anger amongst, to my watch along. As soon as we conceded the goal today, my viewing figures started doing this. And as soon as within minutes, we were like in the lead, they dipped away again. All our rivals are gunning for us to trip up, but we're showing so much elite mentality. I think both of you picked on that. And Bruno, he's just such a leader. As you say, he elevates everyone around him. He makes everyone happy. And I also think he's going to be a big catalyst into keeping Paul Pogba. Like I've said, if we play like this till the end of the season, and we know we're linked with big players in the summer, there has to be an element of Paul that says, could I be jumping the gun by leaving? Could I be almost cutting my nose off to spite my face by leaving Man United? And then they go on to this next level. A little bit like Philip Coutinho leaving Liverpool, dare I say. Mm-hmm. Could there be an element of that if Paul Pogba looks at it? And I know a lot of people say, Bournemouth scored 2 goals. They did. But they were, do you know what? I'll give Stanislas some credit, some good skill. Mm-hmm. Finish, bits of mistakes in there. The second goal, it was just a brain fart from Bailly for a moment. I'm not going to worry. And there was a few sketchy moments when they attacked us, and there was. But overall, it was absolutely brilliant. But boys, I appreciate you both coming on and having your say. I'll speak to you both again soon. Take care.
See you.
Elite KJ, Danny in the house.
Oh, wow.
Avengers Assemble. Avengers Assemble.
The whole time with no music. That's how happy I am. I don't need music to move around right now. I'm so happy, bro.
I saw you like this, like you got a guitar. Like I see you strumming away.
Trust me.
Boys, I'm going to go to Dan first on this. Break that performance down to me, mate.
Listen, old school Man United, you score, we'll score more goals. That's why I love this game. I don't even care that we conceded 2 goals. When we went 1-0 down, my first thought was, how will we respond? And we responded perfectly. Like, this team, I said the team has massive potential. I still think it even had more potential than this. Like, it's Ollie's master plan is now in full effect. Yeah, all of you Man United fans who are Ollie out or in the middle, there's room on the bandwagon. Jump on, jump aboard. Yeah, Ollie in, Ollie's at the wheel. Make no mistake about it. Like, this is not, we're not jumping the gun here. Yeah, I said last time we're a top 4 team. Now I'm going to say we're a top 3 team. We're the 3rd best team in the Premier League. We just haven't been able to show it. Now we're at full strength. I wish we had Bruno from the summer and not January. Like, I really, really wish we did. But look, like, it's just, I'm just so happy right now. We scored 5 goals and we could have scored 10. I can't remember the last time at Old Trafford when we created that many chances in one match. Like, it was insane. And Bruno was insane. Man of the match today, by far for me, Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely. All those people who are doing Twitter posts about his decision making, what are you going to say now? How's his decision making look today? Absolutely ridiculous. And Mason Greenwood, listen, we're going to have to start wondering the input. We're going to have to start talking about the impact of Jadon Sancho coming to Manchester United, because Greenwood's ready. He's not a puppy that needs to be nurtured anymore. He's ready to play week in, week out, the same way Wayne Rooney was at 18. I don't see no difference between them as far as I'm concerned. Like that, this boy is a prodigy. He's a phenom. He's just a naturally gifted football player who needs to be playing week in, week out. But yeah, I'm on cloud nine, man.
I'm not thinking about Mason. Right now. So people have messaged me quite a lot recently saying, "Is Mason a right winger or a striker?" And I think he's a central striker. However, what Ollie is creating is fluid football. And what you need, and this is what we have in those three, and Sancho will add to this because we know he can play across the line. We need players that they'll have one position, left, right, or center, that they excel at, but they can all play in every position. They're all competent in every position.
Did you hear what Evra said about that, by the way? To just interrupt you, you made a good point.
Go on.
So Jamie Redknapp said exactly what you said, and Evra was like, whoa, please don't say that. I don't want young players giving the excuse to say, oh, I'm not playing in my best position. The boy's playing out of position and he's scoring. Let him play there. Worry about that later. But just to your point, you're 100% right. As long as he can play in all of those positions, I don't really want him on the right. I mean, on the left, to be honest with you. Centrally on the left and on the right wing is fine. Did I say right wing, left wing? I'm confused. I don't want him on the left. Yeah. Right and central is fine. But he's just a phenomenal player. His off the ball movement, his sort of in possession, his one-touch football, his decision-making, he's ready. He's ready.
Great comment here says, guys, am I wrong to say that we're the best team in the Premier League right now due to form from January? I mean, statistically, let's just give it a couple more games.
Oh, you're a stat merchant, Terry.
Well, you know what I love about stat when people call stat merchants? People do realize the league table is just a body of stats. Like 3 points is a stat. You get 3 points for a win. You have to, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's of course. I think we are right now. I think we're in the form of our lives. Best form I've seen us in since Fergie retired, no doubt. And it's better because it isn't the jump we had after Ollie came. This is different. You can see something, and we've gone through a bad patch and get there. But KJ, from your point of view, we've waxed lyrical about Bruno. We've been speaking Mason Greenwood. I know you're a big fan of Greenwood. Give me your thoughts on his overall performance, mate.
Oh man, the Mason Greenwood propaganda is in full force, people. Mason Greenwood, the chosen one, star boy, Luke Skywalker. Well, I don't care. Whatever name you got for him, he deserves it. This kid, I'm going to say it now, in the next 5 to 7 years, will be England's best footballer. He will be England's best footballer because the way he plays the game at 18 years old is phenomenal. The boy can touch the ball and it sticks to him. He ain't losing the ball like needlessly. You have to get the ball off Mason Greenwood. He can shimmy and play balls left, right, left to the center, right to the center, anywhere. He's able to keep the ball, keep the attack going without even looking like he's the one making mistakes. Like the way he can. What foot is he? Someone tell me what foot he is.
Yeah.
Left foot, right foot. It don't matter what foot it is. The man's banging a goal. The way these goals today were just pure number 9 finishing. Just smack the ball at the goalkeeper so he can't even have a chance to save it. This kid is going places, and we're talking about Sancho and we're talking about what's going to do to Greenwood's development. Hey, the way it's looking, we have to talk about Rashi. We have to say, maybe our best front three might be Sancho, Martial, Greenwood, because the way those guys would be insane.
You know what's interesting about that? I always get people say things to me, and this is me. I'm a Man United fan first, foremost, over everything else. People say, oh, but what happens if Rashford has to be dropped? So what? You're never going to see me cry. I don't care about anyone getting dropped as long as the team is improving and we're winning. It's we're not going to sign. If Sal Niguez comes in, throwing another name out there, and he is just the best midfielder in the league, and that means Pogba or Bruno miss out because it's right for the team. Cool. I can't see Bruno or Pogba missing out, but the point's there. I don't care about individual players before I care about Man United. Once we're doing well, then of course I care about it. What I say about Mason Greenwood is this: he is technically better than Rashford. He has a better finish than Rashford. He has everything Rashford's got and more. Rashford's probably just got a slightly better pass than him. We've seen that the pass today, for instance, to set.
I'd fight you on that as well, mate.
He probably could. I'm just being frank.
The only thing Rashford really has over Mason is that he's quicker than him. Other than that,
movement off the ball, composure in front of goal, like
Rashford fanboys, I get upset because I'm one of these. It's like Rashford's is still amazing. Greenwood's just next level potentially to get there. And I look at Mason Greenwood. And I tweeted it, and it was in jest that he's better than Mbappe. Like I don't mean
it right now. He is. I'm telling you, propaganda.
I'm for the propaganda. I'm for the propaganda as well. Mason Greenwood is the best 18-year-old in world football.
He is, hands down. No facts.
Bro, and listen, he's everything that Chelsea fans, and I need to address them here. Mason Greenwood is everything that Chelsea fans thought that Callum Hudson-Odoi was going to be. Everything they said about him is what Mason Greenwood is. Mason Greenwood is the heir to Wayne Rooney's throne in terms of generational England talent. And I think Rashford's amazing. And I think Harry Kane is out of this world. And I think that Reece James is brilliant. Trent is brilliant. Nice. All these guys are brilliant. However, and I mean this, and I don't even want to sound harsh when I say it, Mason Greenwood is a level above them all. He's got it all. And the one thing he has, and this is something that very few football players ever have, he's completely and utterly two-footed. He's completely, it's not ambidextrous. What's it when you're ambidextrous with your feet? It's got a word, ambidextrous. There's one for your feet. But whatever that word is, and I don't know it because I'm dumb, but whatever it is, he's got it. And that's the important bit. Imagine being a player who, whether you show him on the in or outside, is as dangerous. It's sickeningly, it's nuclear. It is nuclear how good this kid is going to be, or even is right now. And I'm all for Sancho coming in. I endorse, and I'm an advocate of competition for places. But as a front four with maybe a Grealish or a Van der Beek supplementing that as an example, and then with a midfield behind it of what we've got, I'm talking. We're title challenges inside
Terry,
12 months.
You know what's crazy as well?
No
you know how some managers have that one player they overplay way too much? You know what the great thing is? It used to be Matic under Mourinho. Now it's Bruno under Oli. No Lingard or Pereira in sight.
It's beautiful.
I've waxed lyrical about Bruno. Bruno is he's a leader. If he continues, someone said the other day, is he like Cantona? And he's not. He doesn't play like Cantona. However, this generation of Man United fans don't remember Cantona. I would love for him to be this generation's Cantona, who comes in and just is that piece, that final piece of the jigsaw, or that catalyst that started the domination. I would love him to be that, because again, anyone that's probably 25 and under just doesn't remember Cantona. And I feel sorry for you. Like, you can watch videos and you can go, I respect him, but you never saw the beauty and the brilliance and the elegance and what he brought to Man United and brought to Man United. And what I really, really hope is that he's that guy, but he is just out of this world. And the mad thing is, right, Pogba had another really good game today, but
he's just chilling. He's just chilling.
Exactly. Look how
he hasn't even hit fifth gear yet. Imagine Paul Pogba decided one game, be like, actually, forget this. Man's gonna be the one. You know how disgusting our team would be. Paul Pogba right now is being like, you know what? The team need me to do a role. I'm gonna do that role. And I'm gonna do that role very well. There will be a game where he will be like, I'm just going to do a madness because I can.
Yeah, he has to, though, because they ignore him on the ball a lot, because Pogba doesn't mind three players around him. So when the team's not feeling so confident in certain situations, they won't give him the ball. But when you do, you see what happens. There was just certain moments in the game where he's quiet for ages, and then before you know it, bang, bang, 1-2 touch football, we're in. And it's like, right. And I forgot Paul Pogba was playing. What's going on? But isn't that nice? Paul Pogba can play 7 out of 10 back-to-back games, and we've scored 8 goals or whatever it is. How nice is that?
Exactly.
And let me just apologize to you, Terry. I told you to slow down on the Bruno Fernandes propaganda. I take it back. I'm on board for the Bruno propaganda now. Bruno Fernandes will rival Kevin De Bruyne. Make no mistake about it. And he will be the player of the season next season. I'm going that far. Bruno Fernandes will get that.
You see how beautiful it is to have a team that we actually like and enjoy and actually want to do like extremely well. In the past, we've had players that we just don't like because this, that, and the third.
And it makes our rivals piss boil. That's the beauty. They're just angry. They're like, oh my God, it's fear. It's fear. You know, they've woken. You know, I always remember watching Pearl Harbor, the film, as a kid, and it's just after Pearl Harbor gets blown up and everything. And there's a scene where I've told this was a real quote from a general, like the Japanese were celebrating that they'd done it. And they said to him, what's wrong with you? And he just basically made a comment along the lines of, we've just woken up a sleeping giant, though. And that's what has happened now. And I think United are a sleeping giant that's been woken up. And there's that element of fear, which is why when we conceded, there was like, I mean, I didn't panic. I was annoyed, but so our rival was like, you rubbish again. I'm like, just wait and you see what's going to happen here. We were going to bounce back, and we bounced back instantly. And Mason's goal is just great. And yeah, it just I'm on board with it. And I've said what I've said about Bruno for a long time. I watched a lot of his games in Portugal once we were heavily linked with him. And I just saw a player that I was like, look at that pass. And sometimes he play balls out there in that league and they go to no one. People give the ball away. Like, yeah, because he sees things that nobody else does. He'll play a pass into an area and the striker doesn't have the intelligence to run to where he should run to. But if you watch the ball back, it dropped in the right place. He's just got something about him. And
he suits our team ridiculously well.
He's done amazing. Well. And he helped free up Pogba. He takes Pogba's dominating midfields, by the way. Souness has to stick that in his pipe and smoke it. He's dominating the central areas. And I said it for years. Oh, but he does what he does for France. Yeah, because look who France have got in front of him. You know, France don't say to Pogba, can you control the midfield, dominate the midfield, be the enforcer in midfield, and be our creator in the attacking phases? They don't. They say, Pogba, you're sitting in the double pivot today. Your job is to control the flow, be box to box, get involved when we need you, defend when we need you, be your beautiful, wonderful, intelligent, genius self. And he does it. And he has all them men in front of him creating and doing all that work. He has all the, you know, Kante doing the hard work like Matty does next to him. Different players, but same difference in that. And now we're seeing the best of Paul Pogba. Why? Because for the first time in Paul Pogba's life at Man United, we have the big B taken care of. Balance. There's balance to this Man United team. Honestly, I don't care.
And I better not see any more Martial slander either. Bruno has helped Martial become the striker that he can become. He feeds him. Those two have got good relationship. Martial's got a good relationship with Greenwood and Rashford and Pogba. Martial, we're seeing the best of him. Today, that goal, Firmino, step outside, fam. I want to chat, bro.
Oh!
Firmino, where are you at, fam? For me, no goals, blood. That's what you are, man. For me, no goals, fam.
That's it, Firmino go. I like that. Boys, listen, I appreciate you tuning in. Everyone who's tuned in on socials, thank you. Retweet and like. We'll be going live after the Arsenal game, live after the Chelsea game. Busy day for me in the doghouse as usual, but we're in the top 4. We're back, baby. Take care. Goodbye. God